Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my August TBR. It is quite a few books. I'm being very ambitious for August because I do have about 3 weeks off before I start classes again. So I have probably like 20 books on my TBR for this month. I don't think I'm going to read 20 books, but these are the 20 books that if I pick up anything to read this month, they will come from this list. I'm hoping I can at least read 10. So I'm going to start off with books that I am currently reading that I plan on finishing this month. The first one is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I am currently about 80 pages in. I'm reading this on audiobook, which I have never done before, but I've actually been enjoying it a lot. The narrator is really good. I'm listening to it on overdrive, and I still have like 8 hours left of the audiobook, and I think I have to return it in like 4 days, so I have to really listen to this, or I'm gonna try to listen to as much as possible and then probably just read the rest of it. But I'm really enjoying The Raven Boys. So then the next thing I am reading, I actually have the book somewhere in my room, is Goodbye Days by Jeff Settner. This is going to be one of the authors that is coming for September for the book fair that I keep mentioning, and I really want to read this. It is centered around a main character. I'm actually not sure what his name is yet. Carver Briggs. I'm only like 8 pages into this book, and he basically kills his 3 best friends because of a text message. So I want to read this. It has a lot of good blurbs like Becky Albertalli and Nicola Yoon, and those are 2 authors that I really enjoy, so I'm excited to read this. If you guys have read this, let me know. And then I am reading, I don't have the cover, it's somewhere on my bookshelf. Whenever I read hardbacks, I try to just carry around the actual book and not the dust jacket because I don't want to mess it up. But I'm reading I Can't Make This Up by Kevin Hart. It says with Neil Strauss, so I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart didn't actually write it. I am 74 pages into this as well. I'm really enjoying this. If you like Kevin Hart, this story, or they're like mini stories, and they're all pretty much told the same way that Kevin Hart talks, just like crazy but really, really funny. And then I am reading Because You Love to Hate Me, and I am 110 pages in, so I'm actually really enjoying this. I like the fact that it has a lot of authors that I do know and love, but then it's an anthology, so it also has a lot of stories of authors that I've never heard of, so I hope I can add some more authors to my list of books that I want to read. So the next book I have is actually from the library. It is Nimona. I initially picked this up because I was going to read it for my 24-hour reading challenge. I did not know that this was going to be such a big graphic novel. It's like over 200 pages, and it's really heavy. So I'm going to be reading this month before I have to return it back to the library. So the next book is actually one that I'm going to be reading for a book talk that we are doing at a local bookstore. It is A Fierce and Subtle Poison by Samantha Mabry. I actually have never heard anything about this book, but I follow this bookshop near me, and they're doing a book club on Saturday, so I figured I might as well pick it up. It's like only 300 pages, so I'll be able to read it fairly quickly. And yeah, I've been wanting to go to a book club for a while, and I just haven't been able to because I've been so busy with school, so that's going to be the first one that I attend. Now the reason this particular TBR is so large is because in September is the book fair or the book festival, and I really want to knock out a lot of books from the authors that are going to be there. So I have been purchasing books since like January, anticipating this book festival so I can get as many signed as possible, but I want to read a lot of them before I actually meet the authors. My goal is to read at least 1 book per author. At least the authors that I'm interested in, and then because for some of them I bought multiple books from the same author, so I want to read at least 1 of them so that way I won't feel too bad. Sorry if the position has changed. My camera was actually dying, so I had to go put in the backup battery. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into all of these books that I plan on reading. We'll see how much I actually get through. I was actually thinking about doing the 30-day reading challenge where you basically just vlog your progress as you read every day for 30 days because I really need to catch up with all of these books that I need to read this month. So the first one is The Education of Margot Sanchez by Lillian Rivera. And then I have The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I hope this is good. I've heard really good things. I'm not really going into the synopsis of these because I haven't actually heard too much. Well, I like to go into books not knowing that much because I don't like spoilers, and I just feel like that way I'll get the most out of the book. So then, I know these books are so loved on BookTube and I have not read them, and it is the Grisha Trilogy. So obviously it's Leigh Bardugo. Leigh Bardugo will be here as well, so I'm getting the Grisha Trilogy signed, and I plan on reading at least, where's the first one? Shadow and Bone signed. As well as I bought Crooked Kingdom and Six of Crows, and I actually pre-ordered her book about, it's called Wonder Woman Warbringer, but they're actually going to give it to me already signed, so I don't really have to worry about taking that one to the festival. Alexandra Bracken will also be there, so I plan on getting The Darkest Minds and Never Fade signed. I've heard really good things about this, and I believe now it is being turned into either a show or a movie. As well as her Passenger series. So I have Passenger and Wayfarer. So for the series, I plan on just reading like the first book to the series, and then if I can finish more, I will. And then Adam Silvera's More Happy Than Not. I actually haven't heard that great of things. I've heard very mixed reviews about this book in comparison to History Is All You Left Me. So I hope I enjoy this. I really liked the other book. And then I have a couple more. I have Dreams Come True by Marie Marquardt. I think I butchered that so bad, but that's the name right there. And then I have The Serpent King by Jeff Sedner. I've heard really good things about this book. And then the last book is The Star-Touched Queen by Roshni Chokshi. I actually met her last year, and I hadn't purchased her book, but I purchased it recently off of Book Outlet, so I want to pick up A Crown of Wishes as well. I've heard her writing is really beautiful. And yeah, so I'll actually be able to get my book signed this time, because last time I didn't purchase the book, but my little sister did. So yeah, that is my overambitious August TBR. I'm really aiming for at least 10 books this month. And we'll see, because right now it's like 20 books long. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have read any of these books, please leave it down below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!